I'm Samantha Burford for WBONTV.com. This building behind me may look familiar to you. It's got a lot of unique historical features, and you could actually live here and make this your home. Find out more details coming up.
So we're in the former Elks Lodge, where everybody called it Curriers Music World. For years, they were downstairs, but now, just to shout out to them, they're down on 2nd Street next to Apollo. We are in the upstairs front unit of a set of apartments that we've renovated on the corner of Main Street and South 2nd Street, actually. So what our goal was to keep as many features of the Elks Lodge together as we could when we bought it. So if you look at the floors in here, you're going to see that we kept all the original wood flooring that was here when the Elks Lodge was here. Lots of people ate lunch when they had the diner up here. So we just literally sanded it down a little bit and coated it over. It's a unique apartment. As you can see behind me, we've gone through and did granite countertops. Each apartment includes a washer, dryer, all of the kitchen utilities, stoves, all those type of things. And it's unique to live downtown, we think, because you're close to everything. Centrally located, you're next to restaurants and bars downtown. And we hope to create a culture where people want to drive downtown and stay downtown.
Absolutely. Now, one of the main issues is always parking. People are always concerned about where do I park downtown if they live here.
So each unit includes one guaranteed off-street parking space. Now, that parking space is going to be about a block away, either down on North 2nd Street or down on South 2nd Street in one of the lots of the other buildings that we own. So we don't get complaints too much about parking. We own several units downtown, and people seem to kind of fit it in. They park and then they'll walk or ride their bike, or if they drive to work, they may get up and drive one time a day, and they get back at night when it's not congested downtown anyway. So we don't get too many complaints with that. There's 7 rental units, and they range anywhere from about 700 square feet up to a little over 1,000 square feet. The rents range anywhere from $900 to $1,100 a month, but that includes everything: your electricity, all of your utilities are included, the washer and dryers in there. It includes a security system that is activated from each apartment. There's a camera at the front door. You can operate that security system and that lock from an app on your phone. So you get a lot of bang for your buck.
And Wi-Fi.
And Wi-Fi, that's right, good point. In this particular building, one thing I did want to mention, because we do have people that want to take their bikes to campus and whatnot, in the very bottom basement area of the building, we have this off-street storage space. If people have bicycles, it's secure and off-street. So that's a neat feature of it, I think.
Tell us about the unique history of this building.
So this structure was built in 1880, and then at one point in the 1950s, it was remodeled into the Newberry's department store. And I'm sure lots of people in Richmond remember Newberry's. It had everything that you would expect in a general store. It had a cafeteria with the bar stools like you would expect to get sodas and ice creams and things of that nature. And then upstairs was the Elks Lodge, where they held their meetings, and they also had a restaurant that had blue plate lunch specials. In the 70s, sometime, it became Curriers Music World, and has been that since probably last year, when the Curriers moved down to the old bookstore on South 2nd Street. So it has kind of a storied history in Richmond. It's a very unique landmark in downtown. As I'd said earlier, we tried to keep all the original lodge floors in here, and when we had some of the members from the lodge coming up here, we'd ask them questions. And if you look at the flooring down here, you're going to see all these little brown spots all over it, and we couldn't figure out what it was. And one of the lodge members told us that this is where the lodge pool table sat, and people would just, back in the day, put their cigarette out on the floor and stomp it out. So we didn't go through and buff all those out. We just covered them and left them in for the kind of the character. I think it brings a little patina to it. Here is when we bought the building. We tried to keep as much of the Elks Lodge memorabilia as we could, paraphernalia, however you want to say that. And one of the things we kept was the list of the deceased brothers of the lodge. And I know there's several people in town that were lodge members that maybe don't have a loved one or a family member on there, and we're happy if they will contact us and give us our name to get a nameplate and add them on there. Just something that we really felt strongly about preserving.
For more great stories like these, check us out on WBONTV.com, Facebook, Instagram, and of course on Twitter. I'm Samantha Burford.